Have to have a good guy carrying the
so
ball,
it don't
too,
just
right?
say Raven.
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yeah, you don't run into a lot of cool people online, man. When I do,
that'll be taken in the end zone.
Yeah. When I do, I talk to him, but if I get somebody on here talking crazy,
here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
I just let him
Anytime
talk.
you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I don't care what
it is our
defense
business
you
to
call.
analyze what we saw out
That's
there
what I
on that
learned.
play. I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here we go. 21, 21. No. Hey, seam 6.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
At least you were there.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard
Yeah, because
gain.
that's that play you. That's that play you called earlier.
To strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations.
That's your bread and butter, right?
Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 31. Omaha. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, switch gears.
That'd be great.
Hey, alert! I got you. Hey,
that'd be great.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a
them some big boys they trying to block, too.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter,
I got a couple of plays that I call every now and again.
You got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Things I can do with different defenses. That's all. Be the same play.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That was way late. I threw it late, though. I threw it like, I supposed to did that when he was in the middle.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it.
Pick 6.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I like the zone, though. I like the zone. This zone right here. The thing is,
love how he runs.
Yeah, but that's okay. But
it's all setting up
this zone right here, what'll happen is if you do it too much, they're gonna catch it.
Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
I got this.
31's the mic.
11.
Now Garoppolo.
See, if you do it too much, I told you, them zones
they
get smart.
Picked off near the 26. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Check. Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Oh, you got deep?
Mike spot 4.
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Jackson ain't that fast when you don't let him get started.
This game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle.
I didn't even know that was the 4th quarter.
They couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they think it, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
Hey.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve the D like a turkey. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Came to win. Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she's
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Mahomes now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Easy.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. So that'll back him up 5. Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Roberts has it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Guys, game situation. Let's go. Slay. Run. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll run here with Ingram. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on second and goal. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guy.
Terrible read. Bad read.
Get the football back.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24, Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got you, punk. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, here we go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl, and he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks.
I'm in the whip, I'm in the rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They elevated us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I was it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
21.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Check three.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watch the car.
Jackson now. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's not a safety?
An intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field.
That's a safety.
Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Thomas. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach, Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Garoppolo on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, And Troy Polamalu, you think about it, CD, for Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame. But it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Echo. Mike 51. Mike 51. 2 little.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch the safety creep. Check out.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Oh, you get Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Shift. Delta. Mike 5'4.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch it. Get him! Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Tight down. Hey!
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it. And
he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Yeah, he don't want none. Check safety, check safety.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 49, check 49, check 49. 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Target, 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 target. Right, 54, right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Jackson on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone.
That's the 2 points I should have had
too
earlier.
Strong, and that'll be a safety.
Thanks.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Switch. I got motion.
All day the motion. All day.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Shift. Put it 2, check, over. Put it 2, check, over. Slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Ingram. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ingram again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, it's Ingram. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, watch it. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Watch the run. 54. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On third down, Jackson. He's got Snead. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
I can't believe they even let you play. Tighten up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the run. Go. 54.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the twins.
11.
36.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. Coleman now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Ingram. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.